and gentlemen, boys and girls, this the Newsbeat presented to you by Ladies Like and Jess Sentino. Follow the beat from the studio to the street. Info with the flow keeps you sharp and in the know. Sit back, relax, enjoy the news. Follow. Many people say 2016 felt like a bad year around the planet, but it was also the worst year for the actual planet. Last year was significant because in September, we hit a point of no return we'll always remember.
Every year in September, carbon dioxide is at its lowest in the atmosphere. But this time it didn't drop, and scientists fear that we have permanently damaged the atmosphere.
Coffee farmers felt the effects of these disruptions, and 120 million farmers worldwide had lower production. By 2050, half of the land for coffee farming will be useless.
Without a source of income, millions will be helpless. Another terrible effect is the melting ice in the Arctic, which seems far away but has devastating effects.
Rising sea levels flood coastlines across the continent. The floods threaten to drown islands in the Pacific.
13 million Americans may find themselves homeless as they become climatic refugees from these events. But Sahara has experienced one of the strangest events.
Snow was falling in the desert during the hottest year. Yet on December 19th, snow fell at the edge of the Sahara, covering sand dunes in Ain Sephara, a town in Algeria.
Snow fell in the desert for the first time in 37 years. A bizarre event that increases climate change. Fear 16 of the hottest years in history have happened in this century.
Last year we felt every weather extreme. Like many say, things will never be the same after 2016.
For 25 years, the Confederation of Africa Awards have been held annually, and this year's event was also a celebration of the awards' Silver Jubilee. And although the competition was stiff in every category, Uganda for the first time emerged as the top winner at the ceremony. Uganda won the prestigious CAF Team of the Year's gong after an impressive run to qualify this year's African Cup of Nations in Gabon. The Uganda Cranes coach Micho Suldovic had also been nominated for Coach of the Year 2016, but the prize went to Coach Pete Somos-Main of the Mamelodi Sundowns team for inspiring the South African club to its first African Champions League title win. Dennis Onyango won the African Player of the Year based in Africa award and became the first goalkeeper in the competition's history to collect the coveted reward. The 29-year-old was instrumental in Uganda's qualification to the Africa Cup of Nations and Mamelodi Sundowns' historic win in the CAF Champions League competitions. The Ugandan goalie was also named as South Africa's College Goalkeeper of the Year, and the Mamelodi Sundowns were also named as the best club at the CAF Awards in Abuja. The prize for the national ladies score team went to Nigeria's Super Falcons after a remarkable year that saw them clinch to the 8th women's edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. Here comes United Nations' most powerful woman. Our reporter Paula Raps is here with more details.
31st December marked the end of the United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon's tenure, and Antonio Guterres became the new head of the organization on the 1st of January this year. The Portuguese diplomat who has made gender balance at the Secretariat a priority started his mandate by appointing a female as his deputy. Nigerian Environment Minister Amina Mohammed was chosen for the esteemed role after her impressive work on sustainable development goals, which included improving access to education and eradication of poverty to be met by 2030 according to the executive body. Amina Mohammed has been instrumental in implementing these goals in her home country of Nigeria, and she has worked with 3 Nigerian presidents in the capacity of special advisor. Amina's mediation skills have also been employed in war interventions, as she was involved in the 2009 Nigerian Delta Amnesty negotiations. In 2006, Amina received the National Honors Award of Order from the Nigerian government, and in 2007 she was inducted in the Nigerian Women's Hall of Fame for her commitment to development. She's also an associate professor at Columbia University and serves on advisory boards of many international establishments. Amina's decades of development work have earned her respect on the global stage, including working as Ban Ki-moon's special advisor on poverty and climate change. The 55-year-old mother of 6 has been called a fundamental addition to the global organization, as she comes with an impressive resume of bridging the gap between the rich and the poor nations. I'm Paula Raps, reporting for Newsbeat.
Thank you, Paula Raps, for that report. It seems like Africans have little faith in democracy. 60% of Africans in 36 countries believe the system is rigged, fake, and only good for the elite. Newsweek looks at the elections to watch in 2017. President Kagame will be seeking a third 7-year term after winning in 2010 with 93% of the votes in the urn. Donald Trump and Kagame love Twitter, helping them spread messages to 1.5 million followers. In 2015, Rwanda changed their constitution, allowing Kagame to run for the next elections. By the new law, he could stay until 2034. Rwandans will vote on August 4th. Kenya will vote on August 8th, and it's predicted to be a very tight race. Many say President Uhuru is favored by the polls, but the opposition has a rallying point. They say the administration has failed many Kenyans. Terrorist attacks, doctor strikes, and falling banks. With corruption and scandals, the opposition thinks it has a chance. In Angola, President Dos Santos has promised to step down after almost 40 years holding the crown. And in the neighbor Kinshasa, elections might prove the end of Kabila. The Congolese have shown that they are tired and will not retreat. Let's hope for the best and see which of the 4 countries will reap the most benefit. That was the news on the beat. Next week will be another hit. Still ladies like I'm Jay Sentino, reporting live and direct with love and respect. Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat.
Yes, follow the beat.
Follow the beat, follow the beat, follow the beat, follow